Hi, I'm here to talk about my type of relationship, which I wouldn't say it is a relationship, but we're not together, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, and we're not FWBs, we're like in the middle. I've known him for about 3 years, and we didn't really start doing what we're doing until last year. And when I first met him, I thought he was a piece of shit. I still think he's a piece of shit, but that's irrelevant. He's not somebody that I would date normally because not because of his personality, because I've gotten used to that, and I wouldn't mind if my next boyfriend had his personality, to be honest, or just an inch of it, or whatever. He's okay. He's like a pretty boy, and he's chubby, and I love my guys chubby. I never tell anybody that though, and I won't tell him that because his head will swell. He's full of himself, but whatever. So we started what we were doing last year, August, and we are still doing what we're doing. So, but I guess now it's a bit more complex because I've developed feelings. I don't know on his path, and I don't intend on asking him because I don't really want to complicate what we have more. So, I won't tell you his name or anything like that, but I'll just get into the basis of what we are and how I do this and how I manage it, and is it a good thing, is it a healthy thing, and what I think. So first of all, how we started was I went over to his house one night. My boyfriend didn't come stay with me, and I was upset. So I cheated. I'm not proud of it, but oh well, bad things happen. And I was with my boyfriend until the December, but he and I were still doing what we're doing. Not because if it were a case where my boyfriend was in my life, then I would not cheat, to be honest. We would take 3 weeks and not talk to each other. Well, so, oof. Mm. So, and growing up, I don't believe in relationships. I think, I used to think they were also a waste of time because I didn't find anybody who was worth spending it with or thinking about like that or loving to that extent that I would be like, oh, I want this, I want to work on it. Or, I mean, I've tried it with other relationships, but it just never works. So, um, when we started, I never thought that we would continue to this long, to this length. I'm not gonna lie to you, because he was just like a really good friend and whatever. And last year, I was going through, between last year and now, but it got worse now. I was going through this depression, and I needed someone, and I guess I kind of threw off all my friends. And I mean, I would speak to my friends, but not as much. But he was my rock for everything. And he honestly, I don't think I'll ever tell him just how important he is to me, because I really don't want him head swell, but he was there when I needed him, trust me. So, do I think what we have is healthy? No. No. Let's bear in mind, at first, I had no intention. I've been in a FWB type of thing before where I wanted no relationship, and I got that, and I was okay with that for about 6 months, and it was okay. We were okay. Well, he caught feelings. I know we had to break up because I didn't want feelings. And now that I'm seeing it, I love him in a type of way that um I love him in a type of, I do love him, and I'm in love with him like a lot. Not because I believe that he's the one or my sun rises and sets with him or anything. But let me tell you something. In my life, I have been an emotional roller coaster where it came on to my parents divorcing and always arguing throughout how long I'm not being comfortable around my friends because they always had healthy relationships, mind you, and I was just the black sheep who would break up with a guy after 2 weeks if he did something wrong. Because I don't believe in staying in anything that's going to hurt me. I don't work on something if I'm doing one working on it. That makes no sense. So being around him, basically, if anybody heard, or if anybody had an idea of what we do, they would say, then yes, he's my boyfriend and whatever. And I would say maybe yes too, but just not in a, he's not my boyfriend, and I'm happy with that. He has made me love myself in a way that you would never believe. Like, he's the type of person that disrespects how I walk, how my hair looks, well, most of the time. Know that I cut it off. He was like, ugh. It was just whatever, but I guess him doing that, I know he's joking, but he really doesn't like it, and he'll tell me honestly. But it made me like it more. I'm not sure how this works. And when I'm around him, I don't care if I'm having an argument with my parents or if I'm not happy with how my friends are treating me or whatever, or school is. I forget all of that and it's just us and whatever. And yeah, the sex is incredible. I wouldn't be with him if the sex was not incredible. Sex is, Lord, that sex. But anyways, that's not important. And he has changed my life in such a way that I am more confident now after 1 year than I was back then. I am happy. I am happy. Like, I don't think I've ever been this confident about myself or in what I think of life, or he's given me a new perspective on life. Not, I don't think he even knows that he did this, which is what makes it so different. Like, and I've learned the fact that him as a person, he has given me the ability to love. And I guess that's what I really needed at that time, to know that I'm capable of trying and loving someone. And that's what I got. So, I don't think I've ever, I think he's what most girls, or a relationship is not necessarily what most girls would expect for a relationship, but it's just as perfect to me. It's what I think perfection is. Because I didn't have to work on it, and I'm okay around him. So, how I see it, in the future, I don't know if we'll ever be official boyfriend and girlfriend, because I mean, he does have his girlfriend, but she doesn't live here. She does not live in Jamaica, thank God. But I don't care if he should come to me one day and say, I don't want this no more. I would just be happy with the fact that I got to love him. I got to love someone. And that's what truly matters to me. I am grateful for that. What it means to me having him around. If I should lose him, I would be terrified. I'm not going to lie to you. Because he's been an anchor and everything. He's just made me happier now. I am no longer depressed. Mostly due to him and I guess the choice. So he's made me realize that I should not listen to what people think about me. I should learn to live in the moment and live for now and live for myself. So I'm glad. If I should meet him again, do this over and over again, I would. I would. And the best part, he doesn't lie. Like, if he's going to, I wouldn't say cheat on me, but do whatever we do with somebody else, he tells me. And I tell him, we are honest beyond belief. So I guess that's what I needed. Not someone to bullshit around and just tell me what I want to hear. He never tells me what I want to hear. He tells me what he thinks is going on. And I think that's better than having someone forming things and just saying things just to make you smile. He doesn't give a shit if I smile sometimes. But when he knows that I need to, let me tell you, he drops all bullshit and he's there. And I needed that. And Yeah, I'm not saying that if you are supposed to have a friend of benefits, it will turn out like what we have. I doubt it will, because most guys don't necessarily like girls that get attached, but I guess he expected it because of how close we are or whatever. But if you should have, even if it's not having a relationship, but if you're able to love someone, even if they're not yours, the fact that you had that person when you should enter a new one, there's no limit to how much you can love that next person. So I think that's what he gave me, the mindset that I can love someone, I can work in a relationship, and I know I will. So would I recommend a relationship for somebody? If you have the mindset like I do to not believe in relationships and you think you can handle it, sure, try it. Some people know. No, unless the type of guy that you or girl that you attempt to talk to is someone who is emotional or someone who's similar to your type of person or who you think fits you, then sure. He, but it has made me love, so I think it's good, I guess. And friend of friends with benefits aren't necessarily as bad as people might seem. And sometimes it's just not about oh the sex this and oh the sex that and whatever. It's actually a good thing sometimes. So, and it's life changing. It's positive sometimes. And I wouldn't say every scenario. Most scenario they end up being together, but I'm not sure if I see that for us. But I have him as my cushion for now, and I think that's what makes this worth the pushing and the pushing and the trotting. And in the future, I don't care. Well, we always say that even when we're married, we'll still be doing what we're doing, and I don't care. As long as I can call him at 12 o'clock in the night and say, oh, I'm dying, I'm happy. So that's my type of relationship. You do your relationship, you're happy. Oh, I'll never have a baby. I don't believe in that crap. But it's the ability to love. I think that's what a true relationship is. The ability to love someone who cares not how you look, but for who you are inside. And he accepts my flaws. He criticizes them out loud, yes, but he accepts them. He accepts me for me, and I know that no matter what state we're in, we have each other. We can talk it through. It's not just about sex or whatever. So probably you would call that a relationship, but I don't. It probably is the closest. I think this is actually he's the first guy I can actually say I have loved, like loved. And I don't say I love people, so as in like really mean it, except my best friend. So yeah, but if I should die tomorrow and God should ask me if I ever loved anybody, and I say God, I'm glad you brought him into my life because I learned patience, I learned to love, I learned to be confident, I learned how to accept myself, to accept other people, to just live. There is nothing better than being with someone who makes you learn how to live. Just be happy and live. So I'm grateful for him every day. So yeah, and that's our thing, and that's how we do it. And I don't see myself having a boyfriend for a while. I've been single since April, and it's been the best decision of my life. Yeah, so I'm happy. No longer depressed, and yeah, and we have really bomb ass sex. But that's not important though. The sex is never important.